Welcome everyone, this is the start of the NLTP Season 6 draft. I'm your host, Second Skin. We're going to have a plethora of commentators here for you, ranging from Bamboozler, E, Tag Up, Turn Up, and possibly No Name, if you can come on. So, get ready, we're just having some technical difficulties. PK Subball likes to, shift blame on everyone, so... Coming up here in just a second, we're going to have captains introducing their picks, talking to us all about what they're doing and how excited they are for the season, so I hope you're ready for that. But first, I have a little bit of a video for you guys. This is about ALTP, so enjoy. So everyone, that is the ALTP captain video. We'd like for people to sign up to be the captains of ALTP. Have a couple of links for signups for ALTP if you don't get drafted, as well as signing up to be an ALTP captain. I'm going to post those in the chat, so hopefully you guys sign up for ALTP if you don't get NLTP, and if you'd like to help train new Tag Pro players so they can eventually rise the ranks, be sure to sign up for an ALTP captainship. And welcome everyone. We're just about to start here. Joining me today is Bamboozler, Tag Up Turn
How
Up,
you doing, y'all? What's up?
and PK Subball may be here for a little bit.
Just a little bit.
The commissioner himself.
And the first pick of the night is the Bob
18.
The Bob 18,
So,
21 juke streak.
Let's get him in here if we can.
All right, Bob, are you ready?
Give us a second. We're running into issues.
Actually it took quite a bit. I'd say over 4 days, probably 12 to 15 hours making the all the automation and stuff that happened. It was pretty intensive, but it was I enjoyed it.
What was the hardest part about setting up the big board, in your opinion?
The hardest part actually might have been getting the lowest ping servers to show up correctly, because just the way it was, the way the signups were and the way the formulas work, it was just kind of hard to get all of them to show up together and actually be correct. Like it was showing up people with 80 plus for no reason and doing all kinds of stuff. So, but I figured it out eventually.
That's good. So what do you think your plans are for this upcoming season 6? Any big plans for some more automated big boards?
Well, not during the season, but definitely next season. I'm hoping to really get with Ferret, who made the who's also very good with the spreadsheets, and maybe we can, and Rig as well. We're gonna try and get Tag Pro League set up into the spreadsheets just to pull stats and everything, previous teams, etc. from straight from Tag Pro League, which would really be cool.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
So
And then
over here we have Bob 18 to announce his first pick.
Oh wait, I'm here. Whoops.
Yeah, Bob, would you like to announce your first pick?
Gladly. With the first pick in the Season 6 Novice League Draft, 21 Juke Street is proud to select Random White Kid.
Random White Kid, the first overall pick.
And the founder of 21 Juke Street.
Wow.
True.
So, you want to tell us a little more about him?
Well, he's been around a while, and he's exclamation mark steal. He used to play defense, and he's switching over to offense, and I think he's going to be a really value to my team. Glad to have him on board.
So how do you think his transition will work from D to O in this season for 21 Juke Street?
Well, I'll probably know that a little bit more once I get my next pick out of the way.
All right, thank you so much, Bob.
No problem.
So no, you're free to go to make the rest of your picks.
Thank you.
Next up, we have 2P1S to announce his second overall pick.
Yo, what's up? With the second overall pick, Insane Cat Posse selects Brainiac.
Yeah, that's expected.
Welcome to the team.
Along with 2-piece, so they're gonna snub it up and be really tough to beat.
Yeah, I played a lot with him in Bugs and did a lot of tryouts with him as well. Feeling pretty comfortable with that pick. Right on. I think so too. Thanks, guys.
Alright, well, yep, good luck on the rest of your picks.
Alright.
So now we've got hashtag Frozen, captain of the Soviet Ballast, to tell us about his third overall pick.
Right. I am absolutely super ecstatic to.
Not you. I was talking to Joey. Yeah, go on.
Oh,
Continue.
okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm like really, really excited to be able to announce my pick. I'm taking Fozzie with the 3rd overall pick. He's a defensive player who's really, really impressed me every time I've seen him. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can contribute to us this season. Yeah, I've played with him occasionally in pubs, a couple of pugs, and just every time I've seen him, he's been incredibly solid. Right.
Alright, good luck on the rest of your picks. Number 4 overall, captaining the Balladega Knights, a former Season 1 franchise and Season 5 franchise. We have JBebe to talk about his pick.
Hey, what's going on? Alright, first round, with the 4th overall pick, Balladega Knights selects Tantru. Tantru.
It's an interesting pick.
Yeah. What?
You do know you're a Radius team, right?
I do know I'm a Radius team, but I was in contact with Tantru, and he's told me that his Radius ping is fire. So me and Tantru, I'm looking real forward to having Tantru on. He's a good field general. He's a real good field general. He's going to be the leader of our offense, and could not ask for a better co-captain. I will be in the full Eastern Conference with all of the Radius and Pi teams. All right, no problem.
All right, guys, pretty excited. Black Flag with the 5th pick overall selects White Flame.
Former Incredible.
Absolutely. White Flame, just really successful player over the last few seasons. He was a solid minors player, had 288 minutes and like 26 caps, and he actually played 60 minutes in majors. So it's kind of crazy that he fell to NLTP, and we're just thrilled to be able to get a player of that caliber.
Yeah, sounds like one more snub that is going to tear up NLTP for you.
We hope so.
Hey guys. So I discovered this guy because of Carp through my mini season, and he's an elite defender, but because of engineering he wasn't able to play as much, so I think I benefited that he didn't get taken in MLTP. With that, I'd take Clutchin.
Yeah, he had a on B team. I mean, he did have a 9.52 D gasp in season 5, so he should make the transition pretty well to this season to A team.
Yeah, for sure. See you guys.
It's with great disappointment that I announced that our 7th round pick will be Beast Mode. He's decided he wants to play O. He was my potato captain last season, and I don't know why I'm drafting him, but apparently I am, so hopefully it goes well.
Alright, some technical issues in the spelling of Beast Mode. Accidentally spelled Yeast Mode.
2 spaces.
Pretty funny there. Alright.
Yeast Mode.
Yeast Mode! Are you ready? Ready for some?
Mode.
I think Yeast Mode. He deserves some name change there. To start, can you get on asking him to change his name to Yeast Mode?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Or like Weak Mode.
Now, the 8th overall pick, 2-piece, is required to pick himself as a playing captain. So we're not going to have him come back in to announce his own name. But
and do notice that that's his 2nd pick here in the 1st round. He did quite a bit of trading to finagle that for himself, and I think he picked well with his 2nd overall pick.
I think being able to get 2 first-round picks is an absolute steal. So whatever he did, whatever magic he pulled to get 2 first-round picks is insane. The 9th overall pick goes to Maurice with Balls on Parade. Maurice, who are you going to pick for that spot?
Hello, everyone. Okay, my name is AskCannon/Maurice, and for my 9th pick, I select week. No, it's definitely month. Wait, it's year of me.
Year of me. You think he'll last an entire year in NLTP?
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. He has the capabilities of carrying his own team. He shows leadership capabilities. He shows that he can play both sides pretty well, and he can definitely be versatile in any given situation. So that's why I picked him.
So where do you see him playing? He signed up his offense. Looking at the board here, do you see him playing O or D?
Most likely offense.
Okay.
All right. Up next, we have the Bob 18. Bob.
I'm going to let Mr. Fruity announce this one, although I'm pretty excited that I got this pick.
Alright. Mr. Fruitier, co-captain of 20 Duke Sheet. We're proud to announce with the 10th pick of the draft, Toasty Mangoes.
Toasty Mangoes. I've played a couple of games with him on some tournaments. Great player.
Yeah, definitely really excited to have him on our team.
Yeah, I think he was really underrated here on the big board. I mean, playing over 300 minutes of A-Team last season. And he's pretty far down there, but it's a good pick.
Yeah, and that'll probably justify my random pick a little bit more, because random's got that experience. So, and I feel like Toasty has the tools to move up, like to minors and majors and stuff. So I hope my hope is that random can help get him there.
Hey, thank you so much, Bob and Mr. Fruitsy.
No problem.
Toasty Mango's on the stream right now. I hear he is a big fan of the show that I've done with my good friend Salty Vic. He was unable to join me for the draft, but he's very disappointed. But this season we'll have a lot more shooting the shit with Second Skin and Salty Vic shows, and I hope you'll join us then. But up next we have Time Boy.
Yeah, Time Boy is busy with his picks right now, so we're going to be announcing this pick for him.
Alright, Time Boy, unfortunately unable to announce it for himself. But his first round pick, 11, is...
Where'd PK go? PK, would you like to announce his?
What? Time was? Oh.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay. So Time Boy with the 11th overall pick took Gramps, the one of the core players from Cream last season that took them to the Season 5 championship. And you know Gramps is going to be hungry to try and repeat, and Time Boy is hoping to take advantage of that.
Yeah, that's a great pick. I mean, he's the top offender on the Western board, and I think he's rightfully so. The only question with Gramps is that if he does get called up, is he going to go? So you got to be worried about that. But other than that, great pick.
I feel like there's a lot of West Coast players that could get called up to MLTP and Minors League, so that's something that a lot of the Western teams might have to deal with here.
Yeah, it tends to happen when Centra has no talent.
Ooh. This isn't the Bant's thread, PK.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace to the fact that I got drafted to a Centra team.
Alright, Big Bad Ball. Looks like he is here to announce his pick, the 12th overall pick in the draft.
I am. You're talking to the answer. Okay. With the 12th overall pick, the Whitecaps have taken Akapuk. He was the B team last season for Whitecaps. He had a 10 T-gasp. And, yeah, I feel like he deserves his chance on A-team. I feel like he could have been A-team last season. So, here we are.
I would absolutely agree with you on that. He definitely deserves a shot at A-team, and I think he's going to tear it up.
Absolutely. Up next, for the 13th overall pick is Dance with a Blockwork Orange. Now, a Blockwork Orange in Season 5 might have had the best trash talk threads, but let's see if they can continue a winning tradition.
Yep, so with the 13th pick of Season 6 of National League Tag Pro, we are selecting Steez, who lit it up in our tryouts, and in the first tryout that I saw him, we exchanged Snapchats, which locked him in as our first pick. So yeah, Steez and me are gonna knock it out on O this season.
Alright, Steez, a little bit of a pick that might have come as a surprise to some people.
I certainly didn't know him, but I don't claim to know much about the Eastern side anyways, so if he's going in the first round, I'm sure he's worth it.
I hope his Snapchat game is as good as his Tag Pro game. That's all I can hope for. So up next we have Warden. For Warden in the Inmates, Warden's here to announce his first round pick.
Alright, for the 14th pick of the first round, Warden and Inmates select No Name.
And there goes our second commissioner.
Yeah, he's not really great, but he's a commissioner and I didn't really know who to draft, so I just figured he could probably sway things in our favor a little bit.
Well, I mean, he did put up a 9.70 gasp last season, so he can't be that bad.
Yeah, I guess he's okay.
Alright, so the 15th overall pick is required to be Carp. Carp is here. Are you here to announce yourself, Carp?
Yeah, apparently.
Go ahead.
I'm excited to announce that Salt City, with the first pick in our history, will be selecting Carp.
A little bit of a surprise pick.
Waves.
Yeah, you sound a little bit upset about this.
I would be too. I mean, you'd have to have Carp on your team.
Well, he is Salt City, right? So he's probably salty about just about everything.
True.
Possibly. Thank you so much, Carp. I'm glad that you could join us here.
Thank you, Carp. We wish the best of luck to Real Salt
I thought I was going to
Lake.
be here to announce my next pick, but whatever.
Stick around. We will accept your second round pick, because that is your first pick.
Maybe. Alright, good luck.
Alright, the last pick in the first round goes to Space Tiger and the Thundercat. Space Tiger, who did you select for your first and second pick?
Well, I'm only saying the first pick.
Alright.
The first pick for now.
It's a process thing, I suppose. But, with my first pick in the first round, I picked Dope. He's my former NLTP captain, now I'm his captain, so I figured that worked out pretty well. But he's still a great player, even though people kind of overlook him like that. But I'm pretty confident he's going to kill it this season, so...
I've played a fair few games with Dope. He's definitely got the skills to bring solid 18 level fire to whatever team he's on, so that's a pretty good pickup in my opinion.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he sticks around.
That is the biggest question mark with Dope.
Yeah. Alright, well, thank you, Space Tiger, and good luck on the rest of your picks.
Like the next one.
So, before we go on to other rounds, after one round, anyone have any thoughts, opinions on what we've seen so far?
I'm a little surprised on the Eastern side. Some of the picks seemed a little farther down than I thought. Like I said before, I don't claim to know the Eastern board that well, but I mean, Denman32 is still there. Is Honeybear? Honeybear still?
Yeah,
Honeybear's still there.
Honeybear hasn't been drafted.
Holy crap! I mean, I don't know. There's definitely some question marks that I would put up there, but these captains have been running their tryouts. So you got to know what they're doing here.
Yeah, I mean, so Random Light Kid going at number 1 overall is a little bit surprising, but he definitely has the talent to make that worthwhile. I'm curious, how far do you think Honeybear is going to drop? Because, I mean, he was an MLTV captain, and so, like, yeah, his team didn't do well, but you have to have skill to be an MLTV captain. And so, you know, dropping out of the first round of NLTP entirely, where do you guys see him going?
Yeah, I see him going really soon. I mean, I was surprised he hasn't gone yet, to be honest.
I mean, as a West Coast guy myself, I don't know a ton about Honeybear, but I did stream some of his games for MLTP, so it is a little bit of a shock to me, even though I know his team wasn't the most successful in MLTP, for him to fall all out of the first round of the NLTP draft completely. I'd really expect him coming up here to fall no later than the mid-second round, and anything more than that would really surprise me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Second Skin on that. If he doesn't go in the second round, I'm just gonna quit.
Okay. I'm going to predict. I want to predict that Honey Bear goes in the very next pick.
Oh,
screw you guys!
Wow, that's
Alright,
screw you guys.
That's
Screw
bold.
you guys. I believe that this will happen.
Hey, you just gotta believe.
I'm a
As
believer.
Gramps has always told me. Just gotta believe.
Let's see if we can get Space Tiger back in here.
Alright, well, PK tries to go find Space Tiger again. Anything else we want to talk about? I mean, there's a lot of trades pre-draft. Do we want to hit some of those?
Sure. I'd like to talk about how there's multiple teams, 21 Juke Street and Insane Cat Posse, both with 2 first-round picks. I'd like to talk about how those guys got those picks up there.
All right. So we all have our predictions, and we all have our thoughts, and we're all laughing at Bob getting fleeced in his trades. So now we're ready for the second round. Space Tiger, do you want to announce your pick?
Yeah, with my second, I selected a Honey Bear.
Fucking
Oh my
told
god.
told you
Dude,
so.
PK, you cheated. You must have
Told
talked
all
to
of
him.
you.
You talked to him,
Told all
didn't
of
you?
you. Get
Did I
right.
miss a meme or
Get
something?
right.
PK
No, we had
predicted your
a
pick. We had a
Reddit
discussion.
gold bet with everyone else, and so now everyone else owes me Reddit gold.
Oh, now people are gonna think
I don't
that I
remember
did this
that.
on purpose.
Get right. Oh my god.
Can I have some of that gold?
No, we're fine. Thanks, though.
Alright, so someone see if we can get Carp in here for... Well, this is the second round pick. It is his first one that's not himself.
Yeah, we're gonna let Carp give his pick. All right, hey Carp, welcome back to the show. Would you like to announce a pick that's not you, or did you pick
Good to
yourself
be
again?
back. Alright, with our first actual pick, Salt City selects Mac Daddy out of Sphere.
Alright, I've played a lot with Mac Daddy. He is a pretty excellent player overall. I think he'll do well in combination with Carp's team, but let's see how he fills out his other 2 top players.
Alright, good luck with your picks. Who's next?
Warden and Warden and the Inmates is next.
Yeah, we're not gonna pull in captains anymore, just because they're all busy with the middle rounds where they're filling out their A teams and coming up with their B teams. So we'll just keep it in house, I think, for basically the rest of the draft, and then we'll let Mr. Irrelevant do their pick, but we'll keep it here.
Well, yeah. So I know CC traded, and the Holy Seahawks traded their first round pick. They didn't. I don't think they wanted a pick that early in Centra, so they traded down to try and get some of the lower, guys.
Yeah, we'll let CC announce his pick since it'll be his first pick, but that's it.
Yeah, that's true. They have a lot of defense too, right? So I think CC thinks there's enough defense in this draft that he could trade down and improve the rest of his draft stock. So it's probably a smart trade down.
Yeah, alright guys, so Ferret just unpaused the draft, so I think we're ready to continue on with the next pick.
Alright, are you announcing them, PK?
No, someone else can announce them. I don't need to do this. Do I? Fine. I can do it, I guess. So, with the 19th overall pick, Warden, captaining Warden and the Inmates, selected Thirsty.
I don't have the thing up, so I can't really announce them. Actually, I'm just waiting for people to announce them and tag up to
Just
put them in.
Okay, fine. Alright, so Thirsty's an interesting pick to go this high, but I mean I'm not gonna call it a steal because it's the 19th overall pick, but I think Thirsty is the type of player that has enough talent to, take him far. Anyone have any actual insight or no?
He was on my mini-season team, and he played B team, and when he did show up, he played pretty well. And so I think he's going to be a really solid player for NLTP.
Alright. Yeah, next pick, this is pick 420. Well, it's the 4th pick in the 2nd round. It's pick overall 20. It's 420 on the spreadsheet. It's JVA, okay. Yeah, JVA, captaining the Balladega Knights, has selected Randy Marsh. And Randy is one of the one of those solid offensive players that that every team needs. As I said in the in Tonto's jump on it tournament yesterday, you don't need defense if you can hold the flag the entire time. My team lost both games, but having that strong offense is absolutely essential to going far in the playoffs, and J-Base got himself that. Alright, so pick number 21 for the Whitecaps, Big Bad Ball selects Ball Murray. Ball's former Incredible, so I'll talk about him. He's a solid offensive player. I would say he's not hit the peak of his game, so with a good coach like Big Bad Ball, I think Ball Murray can become one of those solid, really good players who can make a difference when it's clutch time and you really need that one extra cap to tie the game. Yeah. Yes, it just came in. Time Boy's pick at number 22 is in here actually, Bamboozler. Congratulations, Bamboozler. Would you like to tell us about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Wow. Yeah, I was actually expecting to go to somebody else, but thank you, Time Boy. I appreciate it. Yeah, so in the 2nd round, I think that I guess that's good for me. I don't know. I played season 5 B team. It was my first competitive season, so I feel like I did pretty well. Put up a 9.90 GASP, so I'm just hoping it translates to the A team of the first season of National League Tag Pro.
All right. Thank you so much, Bamboozler. Like I said, it's pretty nice to see yourself picked highly. So lets you know what people think about your skills. But in here we have CCGA. With his first pick of his team. CC, go ahead and tell us who your first pick is.
Yeah, so the Holy Seahawks with the 23rd pick overall selects Teddy Bear.
Alright, and what did you see in Teddy Bear that made you want to select him here, CC?
Well, actually, I was pretty surprised to see him fall so low. I thought he was going to be picked by one of the other Western teams, so when he felled me in this pick, I really had no choice. He's a really good two-way player. Probably going to play him on D this season. I'm pretty excited.
That's a great pick, CC. I would agree with you there.
Thank you.
Alright, Maurice has requested to announce his pick on stream as well for the Balls on Parade. Go ahead, Maurice.
Hello. My name is AskKennis/Maurice. And for my 2nd pick of this NLTP draft, I select Lou Williams.
Formerly Denman32.
True.
So, yeah, he's the top on the big board in the East. I'm not sure why he's in the 2nd round, but yeah, great pick.
Hype. Denman for offense. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's a solid player. I'm a little disappointed because he sort of had his pick of the litter almost with NBA names for tanker players. You don't see a lot of players using the names of NBA players, and then just to make such a horrible decision for his name and choose such a bad player. It's kind of a little disappointing to see, a wasted opportunity. But hopefully, I guess you're hoping that's not a trend with him.
No. Me and him played in mini season. We had a pretty good synergy, and our team went to the second seed in the 18 playoff, so we're not doing that bad.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck on the rest of your picks.
Yep, no problem.
I think he's busy with his talking to the captain, so I'll say it anyway. I guess Summon7 with pick number 25 chooses Crossover, another former Incredible. Crossover is one of those really skilled players who you always think will move up to minors, but I guess never really made the jump. I think he got busy with real life at the time when he was sort of at his peak, and then I think captains have sort of forgotten about him. I think he took the season off, but he was on the Season 3 Bullets of Ice and Fire team that made the NLTP semifinals, lost that 4 overtime game on Blastoff that we all remember, where that was when the top 2 NLTP teams sort of made those top 2 NLTP teams automatically moved up to MLTP, so he was extremely close to making it to majors through that way. So definitely a very solid pick for Summon7.
Alright. Up next is Destar's pick with gate registration.
Okay, so gate registration chooses Fuzzy Wuzzy here, picking up defense in the second round. Definitely a solid pick. Does anyone have actual insight? Please. Someone?
I've played a few Sockles and I've seen him play, and he's a solid offender or defender, excuse me. And I think he's gonna go well with Beast Mode and D-Star playing offense. I think he'll be a solid defender, and whoever his partner is, I think he can work well with. He's really adaptable.
Alright, next up is Donkey Kong with his pick for the Chudley Flagons.
What's up, guys? Ooh, that was weird. So, with my next pick, I'm choosing a great offender who I've seen around originally in Sockle, probably a season or two ago, and they've been tearing it up ever since, and that is Faye. Welcome to the team, Faye. I hope you like Harry Potter.
Alright. Thank you so much, Donkey Kong.
Probably a good pick getting a at the top tier offender here in this round with Centra lacking offense on the top of the board.
Yeah, like I've seen in most tournaments, you usually see the top O players go first, and unsurprising that trend tends to continue here in NLTP as well. CCGA's second pick in the second round. Are we ready for that one?
No, we're not. No, we're not, because we're at Frozen, #Frozen first, and the Soviet Ballers.
Oh.
No, that's not true.
Is it?
No.
It says CC. I think, didn't they trade?
I think there was a trade. Alright, let's, can we, throw some overlay on this shit or something? Can we, we'll figure out, let's talk to Ferret, see what's going on with the draft.
Alright. One second, guys. We're just trying to figure out what's going on.
Alright, and we are proper. Alright, so the second scanner, you're good to go, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the number, this is pick 35. That went to the Soviet Ballers, and that pick was forfeited because... No, I was in the wrong round. Okay, so I'm stupid. And we're now proper with number 28, actually.
Okay.
Which is... Okay, well, number 35 is a forfeited pick, so...
I believe CC and Frozen just swapped spots in the second and the fourth. Is that what happened?
I think that's what happened. So, number 28 in the second round, hashtag Frozen for the Soviet Ballers, selects Willie. Picking up another defensive player to, ensure that the Soviets are gonna once again have a really good defense this season. That's sort of been their trend in the past. In the past they've had defenses that feature, like they start off with Luke Moonraven in season 1, and they've had strong defenses for the previous 5 seasons, and that's that's sort of been the bread and butter for how they do really well this season. And yeah, okay. So now that we got that sorted, alright, Dance, do you want to announce your pick?
Sure. So this player was on Black Brick Orange B team last season, and he did really well, getting a lot of returns, and through the mini-season performance and through tryouts, he excelled and was really improved with one-on-one chasing and other stuff. And so with the second round pick, we were taking Not Even Mex. My man.
Not Even Mex. Is he actually Mexican? Question.
He's Asian. His
Well,
name
he's
is
definitely not even Mex.
he has an Hispanic name in real life. I'm friends with him on Facebook, so that's why people think he's Mexican, but he's not even Mexican.
Not Even Mexican. What an accurate name. Thank you so much, Dance, for coming on. Alright, up next is CCGA with his second pick after trading with Frozen. Do we have that one in now, guys?
This is which pick? This is pick 30
overall.
So CCGA with pick 30 selected Ghost.
That's a good pick. He's a very good defender. I think he played pretty well during minors, but during the mini season he played exceptionally well. He was one of the top defenders on the board with the from the rankers, so probably a great spot for him to go here.
Alright, up next is Subman 7's second pick of the round. We have that coming in here right now.
Yes, indeed. This is Ferret, and I'll be taking over for PK because he has to go study calculus or something. I don't know.
It's depressing.
Sort of
To miss the draft.
academic
Miss the
stuff.
draft for this
Yeah.
stupid stuff.
Thank you so much, PK,
So,
for your
I'll be
time
taking
here.
over from here on out. Goodbye, PK. He already left. He moved to prison. Alright, so with the 31st overall pick of the draft, Sunman 7 for Block the Casbah selects Turd Ferguson.
Now, I have played with Turd Ferguson for years. He was originally a center player because he was up in Alaska. He was a Spaceballs Season 3 and Season 4 alumni, and he just recently moved out to Virginia. So,
Maybe not quite the name recognition on the East Coast, but that's a good value for him. I think he's an excellent defender, especially hopefully with a little bit better ping now than from Alaska.
oh yes, his ping issues were pretty well known if we played any server other than Centra. So it's really good to see him get some halfway decent ping. I'm a big fan of Turd Ferguson. I've commented games with him before. I've played with him on his team before, and I absolutely adore the man. He's a big giant goofball.
He played with Crowman, right?
He did. He was on Season 4 Spaceballs with Crowman, and he was on Season 3 Spaceballs with me.
What about Season 5? I thought they were together again, right?
I believe he was their he was the co-captain on the Season 5 Night's Watch.
Right, okay. Yep. Yeah, great pick.
And pick 32, the end of the second round goes to Ranger and Black Flag, and that pick is in right now.
Yes, 32nd pick. Black Flag selects Trendy Grub. An old player's been playing for quite a while. Hasn't been in Novice League since Season 2. Last time in Novice, Season 2, he posted 65 captures for a perfect 10.0 OGAS. Very well known around. He's been in minors and majors the past 3-4 seasons.
Technically, it's not Novice anymore anyways, right? So he will never be in
Technically, it's
Novice League
National
again.
League Tag Pro. You're right. We all have to kind of adjust to that new name. So congratulations, Trendy Grub.
Now, before we get on the next pick real quick, I know you had mentioned Crowman. Crowman actually, I believe, has withdrawn from National League Tag Pro this season. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct. He withdrew his sign-up a couple days before the draft.
That's a little disappointing. I always enjoyed playing with him. So, unfortunate, but, you know, sometimes when time commitments come up, you can't go on. I think Destar's pick is in now.
Yes, with the 33rd pick of the draft, Gate Registration selects Opponent. Opponent is just a one-year veteran of the Tag Pro League system. Played NLTP last season, and I guess Destar sees something good in him. Something to be excited about. I'm not too familiar.
Yep, he also played with Beast in the mini season. They were both on the Hades Coast Radius, so they'll also have some chemistry there.
Alright, Sunman 7's next pick, I believe his is in as well.
Coming right up, pick 34 of the draft, Block the Cat Spot selects Doris. Another player I'm unfortunately not too familiar with. I must do the West Coast.
As do I.
Congratulations to Doris.
Doris.
And then the next pick, by rule, is forfeited by #Frozen in order to draft himself. So we're waiting on J Bebe. And the pick is in. With the 36th pick of the draft, Talladega Nights selects Devious.
I played with Devious in the mini season. Great guy to play with, a lot of fun. I think he'll do well with J Bebe there.
Yeah, he was pretty high on the big board in the West. I thought maybe a little higher than he ought to be, but he is a very good player, so, you know, this is probably a very good round for him.
And I know he's excited to be on an Eastern team, because when I was talking to him, his center ping is significantly worse than his radius ping, even though he is a sphere player, or sphere origin area player.
Yeah, I can see last season in Novice B put up 241 returns in just 176 minutes of play, posting a impressive 9.85 defensive gasp. So congratulations, Devious.
And the next pick, 37, is forfeit, so CC can draft himself to the Holy Seahawks. And we'll move on to Donkey Kong's 38th pick.
There's been a trade here. The 38th overall pick now belongs to 2P1S and the Insane Cat Posse.
Oh, alright then.
Alright, well, we sort out this trade right now. Does anyone know the terms of the trade?
Looks like he is trading this pick for 3 picks. He'll be trading this pick for a 4th, a 5th, and a 10th. It would seem like. So Donkey Kong will have 2 extra picks that we forfeit. I would assume, because you can only have 12 players.
That's correct.
So we'll see what 2Piece wants to give it 3 of a pick. How is 2Piece going to draft after this? If he's giving up 2 picks, how is he going to get to 12?
He will pick after everybody else is done. The draft continues in snake order until everybody gets 12 people.
So he'll just have 2 picks at the very end?
Yep.
Alright. It's a bit of an interesting move by 2Piece, getting a lot of top-heavy talent. I think this might come back as a negative for him, just in terms of getting out a solid B team.
You know, I'm going to have to disagree with you. I think there's enough talent in this draft that he might actually be able to steal some really good talent at the bottom. But we will see what he gets.
Well, the pick is in. Let's see who he traded for. The 38th pick of the draft, Insane Cat Posse selects Chancho Jump.
I
Congratulations.
adore Chancho, if I might correct you on the pronunciation. Chancho Jump was a Season 3 Spaceballs player with me as well. A great guy to play with. He always had a good time trying to confuse people with what his name means, and he is never told.
And I'm sure he'll keep it that way.
Absolutely.
Had a very successful 8-team season last season, so I would expect him to continue that this season.
Absolutely. Chancho's a Spaceballs alum with me, and he's a great offender. He's really got a lot of slick moves there. So up next we have Time Boy picking, and his pick is also in.
With 39th pick of the draft, the Murder Balls select Psychic, previously known as Benny V23.
I cannot believe...
Veteran of the Cream Super Bowl winning team last season. So
I cannot believe he fell this far. I expected him to go in the first round, but that was just me. I think in the third round, this is a steal of a pick here. I've heard people say that he might have gotten carried by BC, but I don't think so.
I mean, BC, the pretty well-known doesn't want to play majors/minors person, kind of did have a lot to do with that Cream team, but I don't think it was all him. I think Psychic was a really good player, so we'll see how he does without BC this season.
We shall see, but I think he'll do fine, personally. And now the next pick is in. Moving right along quickly. With the 40th pick of the draft, Block the Cat Spot selects Allegiant. Previously known as Dubstep, I believe.
Yes, Dubstep, Divergent, Sinister, We Dem Boys. That's all of his signups. So,
dear God.
But I think Dubstep is the well-known one.
Maurice really would like to announce his next pick on stream, so I'm gonna let him come in.
What's the over/under on him introducing himself as Ass Cannon again?
Okay. Hello. My name is AskKenner/Maurice. And for the third pick of the NLTP draft, I select... Actually, who the fuck did I select? Tonto!
Interesting as ever. Not sure where that came from, but, you know, whatever. Tonto, good pick here. Not until this year. Alright, the Holy Seahawks, 42nd pick. Looks like it is in. Barrett, do you have an announcement?
42nd pick, the Holy Seahawks select Bubbles, previously known as the Bolosseum. Oh, I'm a little bit familiar with him. He was on Circular Logic last season for about 10 minutes before I traded him to Carp. No, he's a great attacker. I know last season he had some availability issues that made him fall a lot farther in the draft, but this season I think he's completely available and should contribute very well to the Holy Seahawks.
I think he and CC are, I don't know if they're friends exactly, but I do know CC very much liked him before the draft, so, and that's going to be his offensive partner here, so we'll see what happens.
Alright, speeding right along, the 43rd pick of the draft, Ranger and Black Flag select Macon Bacon.
I could really use some bacon right now. That sounds pretty good.
I'm actually really hungry. Didn't you guys bring snacks for the draft?
No, I do have to make dinner here pretty quick, so I might have to leave you guys for a few minutes, but...
So a Majors Minors veteran since Minor League Season 5. He's been around for a while. Should contribute really well to Black Flag. Oh, looks like we got another pick in. With 44th pick of the draft, Whitecap select HD. Not too familiar with that player.
Neither am I. This, then again, as a Western guy, these East Coast guys are a little bit beyond my knowledge.
Why did we not get an East Coast commentator? What is wrong with us?
I am East Coast, but I'm not too familiar with HG either.
Oh, well, then rip.
Alright, these next two picks are forfeit by Dance and Warden, as they must select themselves as playing captains here in the third round. And Carp is the next one to pick.
And with the 47th pick in the draft, Salt City selects Spherocules.
Spherocules? Spherocules.
Spherocules? I don't know.
It's Spherocules.
It's Hercules, but with a sphere.
Yep.
Spherocules.
Either way, that's a very solid pick. He's probably one of the top defenders in this draft, and I'm surprised he fell this far.
Right.
Yeah, he's extremely talented. Sorry, do we have a new pick?
No, I was just about to say that apparently I've played with Spherocules before. He's a pretty good guy. Wow, no name. There's a no name in my Twitch chat saying this is the worst pick of the draft. I'm a little disappointed, Twitch chat. I thought you were better than that. Alright, Space Tiger's got some more back-to-back picks here.
We got Space Tiger with back-to-back 48th and 49th picks. Thundercats select Gargantua and The Dot, respectively.
I've had quite a few interactions with Gargantua, and all of them start with him laughing hysterically and saying, "When I first read your name, I thought it was foreskin, but it's just the second skin," and then laughing to himself for about 45 seconds. That's the only time Gargantua has ever said anything to me, and it's always the very first thing when I pop into a channel with him.
And then you got The Dot, who's a good attacker, really established himself on the Moneyballs NLTP last season. I believe he holds a single game cap record, and he's second in captures in a season in novice or NLTP. So
Hey, dude, he's not even on the big board. When did he sign up?
not sure, but he signed up.
Fair enough.
These are both really good picks, I think, in my opinion. Gargantua and The Dot should work well together.
Yeah, I think the back-to-back picks is a really advantageous drafting position. So, good to see him making good use of it because it kind of limits your talent spread. You get chunks of similar talented people, but that does mean that you can transition it into a slightly better overall team if you know how to work it. All right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Salt City has their next pick coming up here. I believe it is in.
With the 50th pick of the draft, Salt City selects Hey Bunny. I know Hey Bunny very well. She was on my team last season. Excellent defender. Excellent defender. It's kind of like there will be times when how to put this? There will be times where you're not quite sure how in the world she got the return, but she did. Really locks down the base really well. So should do well for Carp and Salt City. That's 51st pick. Warden and the inmates select Creo. Previously known as Creocian? I don't know.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Something like that. Well-regarded defender in Tag Pro.
Mm-hmm.
Been around for a long time.
Sure. Looks like the next pick is a Dance.
With the 52nd pick, Clockwork Orange select Papa John. Oh, Creo's given a correction. It is Creocian. Alright. But, Papa John for Blockwork Orange, what do y'all think about that? I'd have to look at it, but I want to say he's a rookie.
I think he played for Blockwork Orange, I'm not
no,
sure.
No, you're right. He played some B team for them. Well, more than some, 264 minutes. So Haha, me.
I think I disagree.
I mean, he had a 9.97 defensive gasp on the NLTP team last season, so gotta have some skill.
Plus, yeah, he's really risen in like Sockles. He always gets drafted early, and I've played with him a few games, and he's always an extremely solid defender. Plus, he was on my mini-season team, and he had college applications, so he wasn't able to play a lot, but when he did show up, he played extremely well, in my opinion. I think he actually dropped a little low for his skill. Yeah. I guess we will.
Yep. 53rd pick of the draft, Whitecaps select True North. Now he's a rookie, I think. At least it's not on Tag Pro League, so probably a rookie. Y'all know much about him? Well, congratulations to True North. And then we had a couple more picks in while we were talking there. With the 54th pick, Black Flag selects Vader.
I haven't seen him that much, but I think he might be a little new, but I've seen him play offense recently, and he's been alright. I haven't seen him enough to make a decision, but he has a lot of potential, so we'll see how he plays.
And then, with the 55th pick of the draft, 21 Juke Street selects Zen Whisper. Played for 21 Juke Street last season, so that's a returning player for the Bob 18 and 21 Juke Street. Must have done something right.
Hello, my name is AskKennan/Maurice, and for my fourth pick of the NLTP draft, I select. Actually, I'm not going to say her real name, but her name is Denna/Sassmaster. But it's never told me this. Hold up. Oh god, that's gonna be perfect.
Yep. At the 57th pick of the draft, Insane Cat Posse selects Krieger. Now, I believe he was Dr. Krieger without a period after Doctor, but he's changed the name to just Krieger because it was confusing because there was another Dr. Krieger in Tag Pro. Played for Holden Gate Warriors last season in NLTP. Did pretty well. I know he's well-known in Central Pubs. Excuse me. Alright, and with the 58th pick of the draft, Black Flag selects I'm a horse. I am not a horse. That's the player's name. It's I'm a horse. I'm a ferret. I mean, it just didn't happen. I mean, I guess I'm a little bit disappointed, but I don't think I'm done captaining. I just wanted to take a season off, so we'll see if maybe next season Circular Logic makes a return, or perhaps maybe it'll make a return in ALTP. You never know. So. Yeah. With the 59th pick of the draft, the Chudley flag, and select Boogie. B-O-O-G-Y Boogie. With the 60th pick, hashtag Frozen, and the Soviet Ballers select Jukes of Hazard. Any commentary? I know Boogie's played in majors and minors these past 2 seasons. Might be a little bit disappointed to drop down, but I still picked relatively high in the draft, so congratulations to him. And I'm unfortunately not familiar with Dukes of Hazzard. Any of y'all? And then with the 61st pick of the draft, Blockwork Orange selects Jagdpanther. Unfortunately not. I want to say he was one of the players who went up to majors with four OTs, 4 O's of the Apocalypse. That's correct. With the 62nd pick of the draft, the Holy Seahawks select Might Dino. Indeed, yes, he was on Circular Logic last season. I can tell you he's an extremely solid offender, and I'd call that kind of a steal right there.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
With the 63rd pick of the draft, the Chudley Flagon select Ferret. Hey, that's me. Cool. Thank you. Steal the draft right there. Let me tell you. Oh, man. I mean, given our records in the past season, I'm not quite sure that's a good thing. But hey. Absolutely. And with the 64th pick of the draft, Gate Registration selects J-Do Monopoly.
I'm actually a little surprised you fell this far. I think this is a steal.
J-Do, was he on Season 3 Merballs?
No, I want to say he was Pequeños Pandas.
Pequeños Pandas, that's right. Like I said, I'm bad with my memory. Like I said, if I remember someone on a team, that is purely from memory. I don't have an extra screen to look up or anything like that. So these first 2 picks here in the 5th round are Void, Destar, and Sunman7 both must pick themselves as playing captain, as well as in the later rounds, Donkey Kong, the Bob 18, and Ranger. So almost half the picks this round are playing captains. So
I don't mean to interject here, but J-Do was on Whitecaps Season 3.
Whitecaps, thank you.
And the Pequeño Panda Season 4. Actually, he was the captain.
So I knew he was on a team that I played Season 3, but I couldn't remember which one it was.
That's absolutely fine.
Alright, thank you. Hashtag Frozen's pick is in for the first actual pick of the 5th round.
The 67th pick of the draft. Soviet Ballers select Sweg. S-W-E-G. Never heard of him personally.
Yeah, I don't know much about him either.
He doesn't come up in
Swig?
Pro League.
Swig is an old school player and he used to go by Swigze. He's good. He's still good. He was good and he's still good.
Alright, well, welcome back, Swig.
Wow. I don't know why he changed his name from Swigze to Swig with the apostrophe. But he was good back in the day, like before I was even a player. He's been around a very long time. It was a good pick.
Alright, well, thanks for the insight, E. And moving along here, we got some picks coming in real quick. The 68th pick of the draft, Talladega Nights selects Guard. Congratulations to Guard. With the 69th pick of the draft, teehee, the Holy Seahawks select Bad Guy. With the 71st pick of the draft, Murder Balls select Kelvin. Another old school player there. I know we played together on Murder Balls Season 3. Very good attacker. Very mechanically skilled, very technically skilled. And also an awesome person. So, congratulations, Kelvin. With the 72nd pick of the draft, the Chudley Flagons select Fapster. And with the 73rd pick of the draft, is Maurice here to announce this thing? Is he done announcing? He's done announcing? Alright. Maurice selects hashtag GoNU. I still haven't figured out which university NU is supposed to be. Northeastern?
Yep, that is the university I go to. Northeastern University.
Northeastern? They have sports?
We have hockey. We don't have a football team, so... yeah. That's alright. We have a good hockey team, though. Boo.
Alright, and then of course the 74th and 75th picks are forfeited by 21 Juke Street and Black Flags. They can draft the Bob 18 and Ranger, they're playing captains. And we have the 76th pick in, with the 76th pick of the draft. Whitecaps select Pop. Anybody know anything about Pop?
Yeah, Pop was in charge of Region Wars, did a lot of the kind of statistics behind the scenes for JG Paul. Is a decent two-way player, I want to say, but I honestly don't know position he plays. Defense more than offense.
He looks like his sign up is more defense. So.
Yeah, like I'm sure he's strong, like mature. It's gonna be a good team player at least. If he doesn't play 18, like he's gonna be right up there. Like that's a really good pick, in my opinion.
All right.
Well, that's another returning player. He played for Whitecaps last season.
Yeah, and Whitecaps, like if you're a Whitecaps, you know it's gonna be fucking good.
All right. Dance's pick is in.
With the 77th pick of the draft, Blockwork Orange selects Dog Cat Fish! Exclamation point.
I wonder which of those three is his favorite animal.
I assume it's the dog catfish. It's like the man bear pig.
Do you know dog catfish? He's like a pub dude on Radius. He's an excellent player, but only plays pubs as far. I'm surprised he signed up, but he's a very, very good pub player on Radius.
He apparently played the mini season with Spike. That's the wrong number, so he has had some competitive experience, but we'll see if he's able to continue it through the NLTP season.
I really want to see that because he's a really good pub player. I love playing with him and against him. He's really fucking good. I think he made the transition really well.
All right, well, we got some more picks in here while we've been talking. With the 78th pick of the draft, Warden and the Inmate select Kaduk. He should add an N to the end of his name so he can be like Kaduk. But hey. With the 79th pick of the draft, Salt City selects Markham, center player who I know has been around for quite a while. Is kind of an old pub staple. Yeah. So with the 80th and 81st picks of the draft, Thundercaps select Nuts, 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 and Nimbus. And congratulations to both of them. Alrighty. JBA says he's an O superstar. Well, hopefully he brings his superstar capabilities to Thundercaps. Now moving on, the 82nd pick of the draft, Salt City selects Dobus PR. Awesome. Yeah, I know he's been around for a while. Hasn't really played that much League. So congratulations to Dobus. And with the 83rd pick of the draft, Warden and the Inmate select Clue Balls. And
I am back, by the way.
With the 84th overall pick of the draft, Talladega Nights selects Popsick, previously Popsicle, with an underscore in there somewhere. It was Popsick Lay. I think he may have just been like evolving towards Popsick. So he's a two-way player. Previous Red Hot Chili Poppers player, sorry. According to our research analyst J-Bay, saved their life in the A-Team playoffs. Well, congratulations, lifesaver Popsick. With the 85th pick of the draft, the Whitecaps select Shazam. His Tag Pro League page is full of memes. And he was on a Blockwork Orange. That explains why.
They were down on the meme team.
He can bring the memes to Whitecaps. With the 86th overall pick of the draft, Gate Registration selects Pocket Weed. Pocket Weed last season was NLTP Lion Ping, kind of a A/B team switch player. Very strong offender. Also Bob 18's neighbor, apparently. So, unfortunately, Bob 18 wasn't able to get him.
Alright, in here to announce 21 Juke Street's pick is Mr. Fruitsy.
Hey, what's up? The 86th pick of the draft, 21 Juke Street selects Thick Shady. Actually played for us last season. Really good two-way player as well. Mostly defense. Definitely impressed me last season, and we're glad to have him on our team again. Also really doing good in the mini season as well.
Alrighty, well, congratulations to Thick Shady. And on to announce the 88th pick of the draft is Maurice / Ass Cannon.
Hello, my name is Ass Cannon / Maurice, and for the 6th round of the NLTP draft, I select Pinstar. Other than him having no mic, he is one of the strongest defensive partners I ever had playing with in my USC team. But other than that, I think he's going to do fairly well being a 18 sub and being a B team starter. He's going to play fairly well in the season, so I have very strong confidence in his playstyle.
Alright, well, congratulations to Pinstar, and thank you for the announcement. Ass Cannon / Maurice.
Alright, two pieces pick is in here.
Yes, with the 89th pick of the draft, Insane Cat Posse select Spjork. Spjork. It's a Red Hot Chili Pepper last season. It's kind of a A/B team split player, looks like. I put up a 9 OGAS with 13 captures in 136 minutes on B team last season for the Chili Poppers. So, congratulations to Spjork. Next pick is in with the 90th pick of the draft. The Murder Balls select Ball IM.
When I first saw him, I always thought he was Bill I Am. I don't know why.
Yeah, he's... I drafted him for my mini season, and I think I struck gold with him in the mini season. He was absolutely fantastic on defense in B team, especially when paired with Oddball 7. We'll see where Oddball goes.
Alright, moving right along with the 91st pick of the draft, the Chudley Flagon select LSX. I think he's new for the mini season, but he's a long-time Radius pubber.
I believe I've seen him on some ranked pugs when those were pretty big. I've seen him in a lot of ranked pugs, so.
Yep, I've seen him around in Radius a bunch, and he's always been a solid teammate. So it'll be interesting to see if he can transition from pubs to competitive and see how he does.
Alright, Rangers pick is in now.
Alright, with the 92nd pick of the draft, Black Flag selects Breezus. Longtime player, been around since Novice League Season 3.
Yeah, he's been around as long as I have.
Yeah, spent last season on the Incrediballs, which is probably why he was drafted so late this season.
Incrediballs.
Posted an impressive 9.03 OGAS, been putting up 21 caps in 272 minutes of play, so
I was actually co-captain last season of Incredible, so I saw him play a bunch, and I think going 6th round is a steal for Breezes, honestly. He's extremely talented, he has really good mechanical skills, and I think if he can get his game and decision making up, he can be an extremely solid player and possibly an ace team starter.
Alrighty, and for the 93rd pick of the draft, we have J Bebe, captain of Balladega Knights, here to announce.
All right, very happy to be here, you guys. And for the 6th round pick for Balladega Knights, we select Solf. Can't believe he fell so low, but he obviously played majors 2 seasons ago and was in the minors playoff last season. Very strong player, and I am very, very happy to have him on my team.
Congratulations, Solf, and congratulations, Balladega Knights. Can I say steal?
I think that's a steal for sure.
Yet. I just want to take a second once more, reminding
Alright, thanks for that announcement. Our next pick is in. And with the 94th pick of the draft, Soviet Ballers select Sheldon. European player, I know that. ELTP veteran, he's played since Season 2 of ELTP. Starting at the highest levels in every season since Season 3.
Another... Sorry, might cut out there. Another steal, I think. I don't think is very well known because he plays ELTP, but I've pubbed with him a few times, and he's been a strong player, and I think people might have overlooked him because he is ELTP in Premier Europe. Speaking of European players, actually Nub hasn't been taken yet either, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with him.
Alright, Sunman7's pick is in for the 95th pick.
95th pick of the draft, Block the Caps boss selects Rig. Another one of those successful Money Balls players last season.
As noted by the dollar signs in his previous name sign-up.
Indeed. Played defense for them.
Alright, and Ranger's pick is in for the 96th pick.
With 96th pick of the draft, Ranger selects Ballsack for Black Flag. And moving right along, entering round 7. First pick of round 7, the 97th overall pick of the draft. Gate registration selects Stuffed Burger.
I've seen him around, but I don't know much about him. Does anyone have some more information?
I know he used to captain NLTP, and he was an extremely solid NLTP defender. So if he isn't rusty, he should be a great addition to Gate registration. Anyone else have anything to add?
Don't believe so. But thank you so much. We really appreciate any insight you have. I mean, we as only a couple of guys, it's hard for us to really know every single player, so it's good for any sort of insight we can get.
Alright, moving right along, we have the 98th pick of the draft is in. Block the Caps boss selects the Indian. This is a player I've played with a little bit. He started in Novice Season 3, and he's been steadily improving since then on offense. Played for Pop Culture last season. So congratulations to the Indian.
All right. Hashtag Frozen's pick is in now.
With the 99th pick of the draft, Soviet Baller select Frosty.
Yes, absolutely. So, for my pick number 100, oh boy, I'm excited for this one. I was able to pick up M. Forrester, and I was very happy. He's always strong when I play against him, which makes me a little bit mad, but I remembered him from Season 4, Jukes and Cats. He was a really good player. He put up a 9 total gasp. He said he couldn't make tryouts, so I knew I'd get him under the radar like I did, so I'm happy about that, and I'm looking forward to having him on my team.
Awesome. Congrats, Balladega Knights, and congrats M. Forrester.
This is definitely one of the... sorry, I want to say something quickly. Yeah, this is definitely like one of the biggest deals, I think, in the draft. He is an extremely underrated player. He's on my USC team, and he was on my NLTP team, Secondary, and he's like minors level, and it's surprising he went this low.
Well, congratulations to Balladega Knights for getting themselves a steal. 101st pick is in with the 101st pick of the draft. The Holy Seahawks select MNP, previously known as M and P. I know he's been a pub staple on Centra for a long time now.
I believe he is on the Ballgag Boys USC team as well.
You're correct about that, and he's just a great two-way player. He has the skill to play on either side of the ball.
A lot of these players, they like both sides of the balls. Donkey Kong's pick is in as well. We have a couple of picks that came in while we took that short break about M-Force here, so go ahead and announce those.
With the 102nd pick of the draft, Chudley Flagon select Atomic. Good offender, played for Parks and Rec last season, putting up 25 caps. He's been playing for a while, was the Offensive Team Player Award in the NLTP Season 3, so congratulations to Atomic. With the 103rd pick of the draft, Murder Balls select Ballo Crusher. Any thoughts on him, anybody? Now we're trying to... Oh, absolutely. No, absolutely, I agree. In the, I know in NLTP Season 4, I picked a Gilly Ball, and I want to see round 18, 19, something like that. It was like the second to last round. And he was starting A-team offense by week 2, so...
Yeah, Ballo, since nobody's really said much about him, he's a good player. He played really well in the mini-season. And I think he played decently in Season 5, but I think he'll be a very solid B-team player, maybe above average.
All right, with the 104th pick of the draft, Some Man 7 and Block the Caps Boss select Vet Dave.
This is a little bit of a surprise with Vet Dave being so far down here.
Absolutely, I know he's experienced. He's been around for a long time.
Absolutely.
Putting up good defensive stats for a long time. So, congratulations to Block the Cap Spa.
Congratulations. I'm going to announce Maurice, because I know he'd like me to do it for him. Maurice / Ask Blaster, Ask Cannon, excuse me.
It's Ask Cannon / Maurice.
I'm sorry, Ask Cannon / Maurice for Balls on Parade with the 105th pick is...
Oh, I need to tell you.
Yeah,
Here, I'll type it in so you can announce it.
Alright, sounds good.
Because I can't pronounce that.
Yeah, I think it's pronounced uni.
I think it's actually you know.
I believe it's EU now. EU Neo? I think it's EU Neo. So
Well, whatever it is, I know him because he showed up a lot at tryouts. He's a rookie. This is his first competitive season, but he impressed me in tryouts. I thought I could get him for lower, but he is great on the boosts, and he shows very good technical skills. So.
All right, we got. J-Bay insists it's uni.
And I insist
J-Bay
it's
is
you
an
know.
expert at everything, so.
All right, got a couple of picks in here.
Yeah,
now,
we have
since
quite a few
took too
picks in
long.
here, so we'll try and speed through as fast as we can. 106th pick of the draft. 21 Duke Street selects Crook. With the 107th pick of the draft, Black Flag selects Light.
Light. I don't know.
With the 108th pick of the draft, Whitecaps select Phoenix Funk 5. And the 109th pick of the draft, Blockwork Orange select Frozen Yogurt. Definitely, you gotta keep the theme there. Maybe they can work out a trade. We'll see.
Thank me, J-Bay.
Absolutely. The 110th pick of the draft, Warden and the Inmates select Renegade. Another player, unfortunately, I'm not familiar with at all.
We've got to the point where I'm not unfamiliar with most.
Yeah, unfortunately. Probably.
I do know he showed up to a lot of tryouts, really impressed us. I believe he's a longtime pubber, so it's a good pick. It's a very good pick.
With the 111th pick of the draft, Salt City selects Talcovi.
That's a good pick,
Talcovi
especially
very
this
well.
late. Yeah, he's a great two-way player. I don't think he's spectacular on either side, but he'll be above average on either side.
Absolutely solid, super active, and sings well.
Absolutely. So for the next pick, with pick 112, Space Tiger picks Infinite Sky. Just an all-around great guy. Had him for my mini-season team. Definitely an explosive offender, so very looking forward to see what he'll do.
All right, and Space Tiger had another pick in as well, with the first pick of the 8th round, the 113th pick overall. Thundercap select Duke of Yore.
I did my homework for a while.
Very excited about Duke of Yore. Definitely in Season 5, I know he was on the Whitecaps, and we even picked him up for a few times to scrim. Definitely showed through. He's a two-way player, very strong, good communicator, fun guy. Good pick.
Just waiting for this next pick to come in.
What? It's fine. I've been studying for a calc final. It's depressing. I don't think I know anything, but I think I can like do the problems.
Give us some examples, PK.
Yeah, we could like put your homework on the stream and crowdsource.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
so
an awesome idea.
actually, I don't know if any of you guys have taken a
I've done-
discrete structures class.
I've done
but
calculus
that
at
sucks.
university level.
Yeah, if you've taken discrete structures,
I'm
it's so
not-
bad. I got a
yeah.
B in that class this semester.
No,
I'm like good enough.
no,
86 on the final.
I'm gonna have to break in here with a pick.
Okay,
With the
alright, go ahead.
14th pick of the draft, Salt City selects Mary Poppins.
I am not familiar with this player at all.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god! All right, I could swoop in here, but Mary Poppins, he's a sphere pubber. Saw him on a lot, and
exactly.
got drafted to pop culture. Didn't really play much in that B team, but he's looking to make his real competitive debut, and I'm excited.
Excellent. Congratulations
Just
to Mary Poppins. Are you trying to like break in here, E, or
A
are you
little
just...
bit. If you don't know, if you don't know who that person is, then you don't know very much about Tigger. You probably should be here.
That's okay. E. It's Eastern. I don't really play with a lot of Western players, so we have our areas. So for the 115th pick,
I live in fucking North Carolina, like.
All right.
JB. I'm sorry. I'm just working on the string here on the.
Alright, moving along for the 115th pick.
Warded in the inmates select Bliss MC.
Bliss MC, super strong actually. He's got over 100 degrees. Pubs on Radius all the time. Definitely a tough guy to face. So.
And we got some more picks in while we were having a little chat there. Yes. 116th pick of the draft. Dance and Blockwork Orange select Thanos. Thanos? I think it's Thanos. Thanos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanos. Like
right.
the movies. Come on, man.
It's a Tag Pro player. Played for Legion of Zoom last NLTP season. Anybody have any comments on him?
Yeah, he showed up to tryouts, and he's played a really strong D, so makes sense he would be picked by Dance, who also did some scouting.
Awesome. We got some more picks in here. 117th pick overall. The Whitecaps select Lair the Bear.
There we go, Lair the Bear. He's defensive player, played for Black Flag in B team. Put up an 8.32 D gasp in limited minutes. So definitely has some potential to go forward in his second competitive season.
And with the 108th pick of the draft, Black Flag selects Some Paul. I guess he's Some Paul or other.
I believe this is his rookie season, unless it's a different name. But yeah, I'm sure Ranger has kept in close contact with him if he's gonna pick him.
All right. Well, the captains are really picking up the pace and picking here, so we're gonna list off a couple chunks of picks here and talk about any surprises, any steals. Everybody's a steal, of course, but any particular steals. With the 119th pick of the draft, 21 Juke Street selects Puggins. The 120th pick of the draft, Balls on Parade selects Apaday. With the 121st pick of the draft, Insane Cat Posse selects McNerdy. With the 122nd pick of the draft, Murder Balls select Calvin Ball. So we got I think Maurice wanted to announce his pick again, and let's let him announce his pick while we think about this. Oh, I can't move him in. Gotta be moved in.
I can't move him in either.
It's okay. We'll just go with it.
Try it.
While that happens, I want to say that I hate the Bob 18 for stealing Puggins away from me. I want him to be again on Balladega Nights. Season 6, he was with me in Season 4. A very strong defender. He's looking to play some O too, but he knows how to get those returns. Yeah.
And Apaday is another one I think might be a steal here for Maurice. You want to tell us your pick and why she was a steal?
Oh my god, Apaday. Wow. I didn't believe that she fell that far into the draft. When I was scrolling down throughout the draft packet, her name just stuck out so big. I'm like, she is my target. And then when she fell to me, it was like a God-given gift. Like an angel falling from the sky, giving me a cheesecake. Oh, it was so good. I don't know. I think it just fell with the playstyle. Like that Tonto, she was a really strong carry defender. She can get really good, easy returns on people. Dena, she's a really good support defender too. I thought those two could mix well together. And Apaday, I always had a great respect of her playstyle throughout her career, so I think she would be a good pickup for my team. I mean, there wasn't any like gender sort of thing with it, but other than that, I think it was fine.
All right. Thank you. So we got some more picks in here with the 123rd pick of the draft. The Chudley Flagon select Him Heart.
Dankest memes. You can get
Very
there.
dank memes. 124th pick of the draft, the Holy Seahawks select Port. Been around a long time, one of the nicest players on Sentra. One of my favorite players.
I'm really surprised he fell this far. Holy smokes.
An extremely solid defender as well. With the 125th pick, J-Bay, you want to tell us who you picked?
Oh yeah, J-Bay, selecting an original Season 1 Ball-Digging Knights member, Mamega. Very surprised he fell this far, very strong offender, very jukey. I'm glad to have him on the team.
Well, congrats to Mamega. With the 126th draft, round 126 pick of the draft, Soviet Ballers select Doc X118. With the 127th pick of the draft, Block the Cap Spa selects Business, formerly known as Business Bird. Very solid defender, I know that. And then finishing out the 8th round here, 128th pick of the draft, Star of Gate Registration selects TPK, Tag Pro King.
Well, there's only one Sphere team.
Can never forget Sentra.
Origin.
Alright. I can tell you Business is an extremely solid defender. Does his job, does it well. I think he'll be a great addition to Block the Cap Spa. TPK also plays defense. I guess I'm not as familiar with his play. I think he's more of a personality. So an excellent personality pick for gate registration.
I think while most of the time we're focused on talent, it's always good to have some strong personalities on your team. It just allows for some more for practices to be fun, for games to, even if you're losing, to still have a good time. So that's always been my philosophy, is that have a good time while you play. Even though this is the National League Tag Pro, it's always good to have a good time while you're playing.
Absolutely. So we got some more picks in here. Starting the 9th round here with the 129th pick. Gate registration selects Small Town Ball. The 130th pick. Block the Cap Spa selects Adar SSH Adarsh. The 131st pick. Soviet Ballers select Bruno Caboclo. 132nd pick. Balladega Knights select Jub Jubs. And with the 133rd pick, the Holy Seahawks select Meat Sweet.
Now, in terms of the Holy Seahawks and Meat Sweet, I've played with Meat Sweet a lot. He is a eclectic individual, to put it as lightly as possible.
Oh, indeed, yes.
I think
probably best to leave that between CCJ, Meat Sweet, and their team. I know Bruno, an old buddy of mine from Season 3 Mirrorballs, really good two-way player. He's improved steadily. Adarsh to block the Cap Spa, kind of an interesting pick. Adarsh is super active, I can tell you that. So congratulations to him. And then I know Small Town Ball is well thought of by people in the community. So congratulations to all of them. We have a couple more picks in. Should we go ahead?
Just before we go, we'll let a couple more pile up. The chat seems to really like when we do some rapid fire picks. So I'd like to talk about we're in the middle of the 9th round now. Do you think whose draft strategy so far do you really think has given him the best overall opportunity?
Well, I like what a couple of teams are doing here. I think J-Bay and Balladega Knights have made some moves to get the players they want. Built up a really solid team. A couple steals in there with Solf, Enforcer, Omega Noob. Some the players who probably should have gone a little bit higher.
Right. I really think the two-piece has done pretty well with his picks. The trades on his end have just been absolutely outstanding. And he's gotten a lot of top-level talent for his team. I expect some big things from the Insane Cat Posse.
Absolutely. I remember 2P's Insane Cat Posse mini-season team will be playing in the finals tonight in just about half an hour here. So
That's absolutely right. For those of you that are watching the stream right now, you will see the poster that's for this upcoming mini-season final. The tussle for the tiny title, as I have alliteratively called it. The greatest finals in history. The Aristocaps are playing the Insane Cat Posse, and that'll be live here at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. So here in about 30 minutes.
Hopefully the captains hurry up and we can finish this draft up before that starts.
As much as we can.
Some comments from chat. We had Sin of Dusk says Warden and the Inmates is good. Let's see, Marie / Ass Cannon thinks that his team's pretty good. So cool thought there.
All right, we have a good chunk of picks in now, so let's get those all sorted out.
All right, moving along with the 134th pick in the draft, the Chudley Flagons select Boogie IDM. The 135th pick in the draft, the Murder Balls select I Do What I Want. The 136th pick of the draft, Insane Cat Posse selects Air M. Jordan.
Great
the
pick.
137th pick of the draft, Balls on Parade select Con Man. And the 138th pick in the draft, 21 Juke Street selects Nazgul.
I've played with Aram Jordan on Spaceballs a couple of seasons, and he's a pretty good pub player, and he's a very good communicator. So I think Insane Cat Posse got a pretty good steal here in the 9th round for a low-level A and a very high-level B team player. So hopefully they'll be able to capitalize on this.
All right, we got Maurice up in the wanting to come in here and talk more, so probably allow that. Why not?
All right, Maurice.
Con Man, the smooth talking voice of all of Novice League. His voice is so beautiful. He can make you fall asleep while playing Tag Pro. Oh my god. But other than that, his playstyle is very good. I think that his defensive pairings with Pinstar and Apodeo is going to really improve his own playstyle. He's definitely going to improve throughout the whole season. So he's a good pickup.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you. Congratulations to Con Man, and congratulations on getting your pick, Maurice / Ass Cannon.
Oh yeah, I'm going to go talk to her right now.
What about I Do? She fell pretty late.
Well,
correct. Yeah, and yep, and I don't believe she's available Tuesdays either, so she would be playing B team if anything.
Yep. Absolutely. So we've got some more picks here while we've been chattering away.
Yeah, the
I'm going to go ahead and finish out the 9th round here with 6 more picks that we have in. The 139th pick of the draft, Black Flag selects Clytus. With the 140th pick in the draft, Whitecap select Elton Elliott. With the 141st pick of the draft, Blockwork Orange selects Atheist. With the 142nd pick in the draft, Warden and the Inmates select Left Nut. With the 143rd pick of the draft, Salt City selects Chuck. And finally, finishing out the 9th round, with the 144th pick of the draft, Thundercap select #selfie syntax.
I think Chuck fell pretty far. No, he wasn't. He was not a Holden Gate Warrior because I was, and I didn't remember playing with him. So.
Wait, who are we talking about? Chuck? Let me look it up. He certainly wasn't on Circular Logic.
He was on CTG. What was that?
Christina Tagliaferra.
Christina Tags.
Oh man, Elton Elliott is another one. I'm kind of surprised he fell this far. He's someone I had my eye on as somebody who might make the jump to minors this season. Played for the Harry Poppers last season. Posted a very impressive individual defensive performance. Racking up a 9.2 defensive gas, 346 returns in 300 minutes. It's a pretty solid performance. So kind of surprised to see him fall this far. And then I know hashtag selfie syntax. He's been around a bit. Quite a solid player, so I think Thundercaps are getting a good value there.
Still, there's a lot of talent even in these 9th and 10th rounds. So we have, I think, a couple more picks in up to.
Yeah. A few more. I'll just announce them as we have them here. Starting the 10th round here, first pick of the 10th round, 145th overall, Thundercaps select Jakub. With the 146th overall pick of the draft, Salt City selects Snapcrackle. With the 147th pick of the draft, Warden and the Inmate select Jormungand. With the 148th pick of the draft, Blockwork Orange selects... How am I supposed to... It has no vowels. Project? Project? Put vowels in your name, people. Vowels are important. And with the 149th pick of the draft, Whitecaps select Rick Slick. Congratulations to all of those. Unfortunately, I'm not really familiar with any of those players. Anybody? Sorry.
Me either.
Yeah, sorry, viewers. We're kind of stretching our knowledge bases here a little bit. So.
I would like to talk a little bit more about the draft so far. I have a couple more things that I'd like to talk about here. Now, as we have Tag Up, Turn Up, and Ferret from both East and West, which division from the 4 divisions do you think is going to have the most talent in it?
I can't really say because I'm not familiar with the West, but the Eastern players that I've seen drafted so far have all been really solid.
You know, I'm obviously I'm Western biased here, but I think kind of as a result of some of the, both the contraction of Major League, and it kind of hit the West particularly hard, and also some of the interesting and creative draft decisions by the Western Major League captains. I think a lot of talent has fallen to National League this season in the West, so I think that alone will give the West a little bit of a leg up, at least early in the season while lineups are still being figured out and such. That's just my personal opinion, though.
I'd have to agree with Ferret on that. There was just so many. I mean, there were snubs on both sides, but there's a lot of majors capable or minors capable players on the Western coast here. So we'll have to see how it plays out. But my early bet's on the West.
Yeah, I've noticed that the West has a lot of established players that have fallen to NLTP, but I think the East has a lot more potential in terms of players that might get a lot better by the end of the season. So it'll be interesting to see how it progresses.
All right, so I got 2 more picks here, and then we'll have Maurice in to announce his pick. But before that happens, while we're getting Maurice in here, with the 150th pick of the draft, Black Flag selects Josh Gordon. Hopefully he's not suspended. Gonna have to lay off that chronic. With the 151st pick of the draft, 21 Juke Street selects Wonderball. And now, Maurice, it's your turn.
All right. With the 10th, well, actually the 152nd pick of the novice draft, I select
National
Case.
draft. It's not the novice draft. It's the national draft. Come on, Maurice.
Oh, national. Oh my god. But yeah, Case. Oh, what a guy. He is such a new player. I forget his degrees, but he's relatively new compared to what I've seen. And he is really, really fucking good. Like, I didn't expect him to have such a large potential of being, like, really a minors level kind of defender. But other than that, I think I can really develop his own skill style and just push him towards his own limits. But yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Ass Cannon / Maurice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Now,
we can work on that. We've had some more picks come in here.
That's right, and we also had Jay Bebe come in to talk a little bit about the East. So when those picks are up, we'll do some more.
We'll do these. We'll talk about these, and then we'll let Jay Bay give East a shout out. I guess push the case that East is better, which is false. But so with the 153rd pick of the draft, the Chudley Flagon select Pengu, formerly known as Penguin, veteran player
also known
there.
as Peng-Luz.
With the 154th pick of the draft, Murderball selects Second Skin. Congrats, man.
Hey, there he is. Hey, join me on my team.
With the 155th pick of the draft, the Chudley Flagon select Ball, with the apostrophe in the middle, like the old, I guess.
Ball.
Yeah, Ball. The golden calf. With the 156th pick in the draft, the Holy Seahawks select Jinjo. And with the 157th pick in the draft.
Oh, yes. With the 157th pick in the draft, Baldigan Knights selects Shaba.
Shaba?
Oh, yeah.
This late.
so hype. You know, playing for Ball Comedies Season 7. Majors. He definitely brings so much experience and so much talent to our already talented team. So, great pick by me.
So, hey, J Bebe, do you have Tag Pro League up? I want to get some stats on this Second Skin guy. I heard he was garbage.
Well, I mean, there are 4 stats tabs on the big board, but no big deal.
Yeah, but then I'd have to stop the stream, and then people can't see the thing.
You see, I pulled up this kid's Second Skin stats, and it looks like he got a very impressive, very strong 9.35 total gasp on the Spaceballs, playing 207 minutes. So that's obviously a very, very strong pick, this late in the draft.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Second. Also, Jinjo. A lot of people haven't heard of him, but he's actually on my USC team, and he has shown a lot of skill. So I would suspect him to play a lot of B team minutes and do very well.
I think someone that flew very low under the radar last round of drafting was Jormungand. And he's actually Mobius 1 from last season and Drift from 2 seasons before. He's just a very, very strong defender, knows the game in and out, been playing forever. So congratulations to Warden for getting him that late.
All right. Jinjo, I believe, is a Sphere Master Race player, because Sphere believes himself to the Master Race.
All right. So we're pushing along here, trying to push the captains to finish drafting so we can be done before the championship game here. Got a couple more picks to announce. With the 158th pick of the draft, Soviet Ballers select Elf Baller. With the 159th pick of the draft, Block the Caps Boss selects FX equals some ball. And with the 160th pick of the draft, Gate Registration selects Thad Castle. That's the end of the 10th round. Then Gate Registration had another at the beginning of the 11th at that turn. And they selected Fence. So congratulations to those 4.
Absolutely. Definitely no elf baller from his successful USC team. Never really stepped foot in actual competitive seasons, but I know he'll make the jump really effectively. He was actually, I was debating between him and Shava for my before pick. He's just fallen very low. Quite a steal for Frozen.
All right.
Also, before we do that, it appears our draft order here is incorrect, which was up to no name, who I'm going to bash right now just for fun. But Penguin, also now known as Pengu, was actually drafted to Donkey Kong. Yeah.
Donkey Kong, Chudley Flagons, got Pengu, Penguin. Kind of interesting that he fell that late. I think part of it, I guess, is availability. But still, you'd expect somebody, a veteran, very skilled veteran, to maybe go a little bit earlier. So quite a steal there.
Yeah, the name change, I think, threw people.
Possibly, and maybe it's kind of the same situation as with I Do, where you're not quite sure about a veteran playing on B team.
Yeah, it could be due to availability. I'm not really, haven't been looking at people's availability, but that is in the signups, and captains are well aware of how available people are.
All right, so we got one more pick here. I think Chad is going to like this pick. With the 162nd pick of the draft, second pick of the 11th round, Sunman 7 and Block the Cat Spa select Globus Lag. So congratulations, Globus Lag. I see you over there in chat. Congrats, man.
Yes, I am. The girls love him. He loves guys. It's Baby B.
Oh, he definitely loves guys. Congrats, Baby B. And we all love you. Rude.
Wow.
Either way. Yeah, I was gonna say you Snapchat because it's not safe for work, but
All right, so we've got another pick
way,
up on the board here.
Oh, it's me again. Okay,
it's you again.
So with pick 164 for Balladega Knights, we select Duck.
Duck.
Very excited to have Duck on the
awesome.
team. Ooh, okay. Well, this is a game changer.
Well, I mean, Real Duck is already a player, so we know she's fake Duck, right? Yeah. Wait. All right, so with the 165th pick of the draft, the Holy Seahawks select Legadelic. Here we get into some things where, due to trades, the Chudley Flagons already have 12 players, so they're done drafting. So that 166th pick is forfeited. With the 167th pick of the draft, the Murder Balls select X8, formerly X817, the Sockle Commissioner. So,
all right. So I've had Donkey Kong come in. Since he's done drafting, he took some time to type up some stuff for us. He wants to know he wants everyone to tell him how cool of a name his is. And I have to disagree because they're not even the best Quidditch team. They're not. So Donkey Kong, get wrecked. Your Quidditch team isn't as good.
Got him.
Got him. You could have done any other Quidditch team. The Chudley Cannons, and then you change Cannons to Flagons. That's a weak pun game. Your pun game is weak, Donkey Kong, and you should feel ashamed.
Yeah, it's not nearly as good as my 877 caps now.
That actually, so as a side note, I'd like to talk about team names for a second. We've got some time here with the finals being delayed all the way until 11:30. So I'd like to talk to each of you guys about what your favorite team name is, regardless of who's on it. So don't be biased with that. What do you think the best team name is in this season of NLTP, and then in all-time NLTP?
Okay, can I go first?
J-Bebe, you go right ahead, and if you say Balladega Knights...
Yes. I won't. Only because, I mean, you know, it's a wuss move to say your own team, let's be honest. So,
right.
With that being said, Block the Capspa, the latest team, is an amazing name. Block the Capspa. Holy shit, that's some name.
Some name
amazing.
7?
Now,
got two tag pro puns. Holy crap.
Now, would you say that's your favorite all-time?
That's a good question, and I haven't thought about it. I'll need to go into the historical seasons, so I can't answer that right now.
All right, we'll come back to J-Bebe. Bamboozler, your favorite of this season, if Bamboozler is still here.
I am still here. My favorite of this season, well, I live in Washington, and I really do love the Seahawks, so I'm going to have to go with the Holy Seahawks for now, even though I really wanted CC to take on my favorite of all time name, which is my own. I'll be the wuss. 877 caps now for the mini season, but he didn't take it on. Also, our B team was GG Wentworth, so if you guys get those puns, like, come on, those are great.
All right, I'll go ahead and give mine a favorite of this season. Now, I feel like the season didn't have as strong of pun names as they could have. I think I'm gonna have to go with the Block the Cap spot as my favorite of this season, just because of the you go with the Clash reference. There's 2 puns in the name. It's got the old school feel for get us older people in there who've enjoyed the rock and roll scene, and then it's double puns. You can't overdo double puns there.
Well, I think for me, Block the Cap spot is good, but I'm gonna have to go with the Holy Seahawks. I mean, it's just so smooth. You got the pun, you got the Seahawks, and it just flows off the tongue.
And a terrible map.
That may be the chastiest map in Tag Pro.
So glad they're an ARC team, so you can, piece together the Seattle Seahawks, Holy Seahawks. Just, it all fits. Very happy with that selection, too.
I believe there actually may be a change in that. CCJ was talking about switching back to a Centra team, so we'll see if he remains a ARC team. That's something that we'll have to look at going forward.
He'd better decide quick. So, all right, so we got some more picks in here, if that's all right.
Go for it. We'll continue that conversation.
Alrighty. With the 168th pick of the draft, Insane Cat Posse selects Fear the Bear. With the 169th pick of the draft, Maurice is up there. Is he bugging us? Does he want to announce it again?
No, let's do it. Let's just do it for him.
All right.
So do it for him.
Good old Ass Cannon is selecting.
All right. 169th pick of the draft, Balls on Parade, select Pulpo. With the 170th pick of the draft, 21 Juke Street selects Riolu. With the 171st pick of the draft, Murder Balls select Trapsid. And with the 172nd pick of the draft, Whitecaps select N4.
I've played with Trapsin before, but I'm not familiar with many of the other players here. So if you have anything to talk about them, we'll talk about them for a bit.
I always get Trapsin and Trituin confused.
Same.
So I can never, even though Trituin's on my team right now. Oh man, it's embarrassing.
I think it's try to win. Like try to win.
Oh, hey, that's clever.
That makes sense.
Oh, cool.
So I'm gonna probably step in here with all the East picks bunching up. So Fear the Bear, he signed up as Fea the Bear, but his Reddit name was the same, so we assumed it was a typo. He goes to 2P1S, California player. He played on the Incredibles last season. Averaged over 1 return per minute. He was a real monster on B team. So this kid knows how to get returns, and he was on my draft board as well. Popo and Riolu. I'm gonna go a little bit fast, but Popo and Riolu, they both showed up to tryouts and they played a very strong game. They too were on my draft board. But definitely some good depth committed picks. Pulpo, I think, won Sokol yesterday, so obviously he's beginning to show his talent.
Absolutely. So we can finish out the 11th round here, leaving us with just one round to go. With the next 4 picks, with the 173rd pick of the draft, Blockwork Orange selects Dan. 4 Dans. With the 174th pick of the draft, Warden and the Inmate select Steve Potato. With the 175th pick of the draft, Salt City selects Psy. With the 176th pick of the draft, Thundercap select Shays. So got some good picks in there.
All right. So the people that stand out, Steve Potato, coming off of an extremely hype season, Season 5, fell a little bit late, but this hype is still coming. Steve Potato, I believe he was on Legion of Zoom, and definitely a good OFMer, I think, if I remember correctly. Next, Dan. He is committed to the pub life. Won like 3 monthlies. He's just a very overall strong player. He knows mechanics pretty well. And Shays, going back all the way to Season 2, juking under the influence. And he's just a very, very strong offender. Knows how to get out of some tough situations.
All right, and I can tell you... Oh, I'm sorry. J-Bay, who were you just talking about? I was reading something.
Oh, I was talking about Shays, Steve Potato, and Dan.
Okay, yeah, I was just gonna probably like piggyback on what you said about Shays. He's been around since NLTP Season 1, so he's truly a veteran, and he's really impressed on offense pretty much every season he's played. Yeah, probably a good value pick there.
Absolutely.
So, all right, I guess we could continue on. We have a couple more picks in here.
I'd like to wait for a little bit just to talk, because we never got to finish our team name. I don't believe Tag Up Turnup got to say who his favorite of this season is. And I don't think anyone has named their all-time favorite, so we'll talk about that. We have 1 round left of picks, so we'll see exactly. We'll give the viewers a little bit of a break, let the anticipation build for those who have been waiting for their name to be called this entire time.
Alright, so I'll just say my favorite names. I'm a huge Kanye fan, so it's gotta be Gate Registration for me. And then they got a great B team name, the College Pop Out. So that's like one of my favorite. My all-time favorite, I think it's gonna have to be Holden Gate Warriors, just because they have two puns in there, and it works. So yeah.
Yeah. Are we going back to your all-time favorite names right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so, it may seem a little bit biased, was the co-captain of this team, but my God, BlockPeopleMeet.com is just an A-plus name, and props to Snack for thinking up BlockPeopleMeet.com. I remember in the beginning of the season, I had BlockPeopleMeet.com as #1 in my name power rankings for the mini-season. And obviously, it's a name that stuck with me. It's influenced me personally and in my real life. So, very glad that Snack chose that name.
All right,
you should make that a real site.
Do you want to know my opinion?
Go for it.
It's White Kicks, actually. Such a fucking good name. Thank you, J-Bay. You fucking knew it. You knew it.
Oh man. Oh man.
All right, we're done.
Absolutely. I feel like with the best team names of the mini-season, there also came the worst. So, in your Hall of Shame,
Cowboys?
Hall of Shame, the the Washington Redskins. Very uninventive. Doesn't even rhyme. It's just terrible.
Especially his B team with "fuck the Cowboys." So it's just even worse.
Well,
Not even a good NFL team.
I agree with "fuck the Cowboys." I'm okay
Well,
with
you
"fuck
can
the
agree
Cowboys."
with it, right? But it's still a terrible name.
I agree. And coming back on their heels, the Minge Munchers.
That
I don't know why that was a thing.
Did you see the logo for the Minge Munchers? Because that shit was fucking phenomenal.
No, that's not the word I would.
Yes, it was. It was absolutely fantastic. It was
go with terrible in a decent way.
It reminded me of what was the NLTP name that had a MS Paint logo, because it was that except taken to a whole nother extreme.
Oh boy.
So we have a fair amount of picks in here. I'm glad that you guys are sitting here waiting for us. I know the suspense is building for those of you that were waiting.
But first, let's see if we can drag Chelsea in here to give us a link for ALTP signups.
All right.
Although a little bit early, don't sign up quite yet. You might still be drafted.
Do that.
Hey, Chelsea, you're on the air. You're off the air. You're on the air. Chelsea, you're on the air. Go ahead.
To get dragged in mid-sentence. So yeah, apparently you guys have been pimping ALTP, which is awesome. I just wanted to give the sign-up link after everybody was selected, and we're getting towards the very end.
We're getting towards the end. We have one round and about 4 picks to go, so
I will
we're
wait.
20 picks from the end.
Maybe I won't wait. Maybe even now. No, I'm just kidding. I will wait.
You'll wait? Okay, so we'll let you know. Absolutely. All right, so we got some more picks in here to announce. With the 177th pick of the draft, Thundercats select Hat Tricks. With the 178th pick of the draft, Salt City selects Lancer. With the 179th pick of the draft, Warden and the Inmates select Fats. With the 180th pick of the draft, Blockwork Orange selects Arched Rapier. And with the 181st pick of the draft, Whitecaps select Larry Luciano. Congratulations all. Any thoughts on them?
Yes, he is.
I gotta say, I don't know any of these guys, but Hat Tricks, I hope he gets a lot of hat tricks this season, because it's a great name. Does he even play offense? Do we know? Let's take a look. He plays both. Well, alright then.
Indeed, yeah. We have another pick in here. Probably this is an interesting one. With the 182nd pick of the draft, Murderballs select Abazaba.
So late. This is so
Very
late,
late,
for
very
Abazaba
late
to
for
be
a
going.
minor league bet.
He should have been in the first 4 to 5 rounds, but I'm not sure. We should check the sign-up sheet, but I mean, he's a great player. He played A-team last season for Holden Gate. With Despair and Krieger, they kind of rotated in there on A-team. And he's a very good player. I'm very surprised he's in the 12th. At least he didn't go to ALTP.
I think I see what it is. When I looked at his sign-up, it seemed that he only put Sunday and Saturday that he was available. So that's obviously a deal breaker for
That'll do
NLTP captains. Yeah.
But
no way. Saturday and Sunday is it?
A good mascot.
Yes. Absolutely, a very skilled player, and we'll see. We'll see if that clears up or it doesn't.
All right. Well, we have, let's see, 3 more picks into draft, and then we have a special guest. With the 183rd pick of the draft, 21 Juke Street selects Fury. With the 184th pick of the draft, Ascannon wants to announce his pick, actually. Again.
Again.
Get him in here. Why not? It's his last pick. Go ahead, Ascannon.
All right. This is the most exciting pick of the whole draft. All right. For my 12th round pick, I select Swag Cannon. And he's going to pair good with me because my name is Ass Cannon. And he's going to have such a fun experience on my team known as Ass Cannon's Bone Parade. So let's fucking go.
Oh, man. Good pick, Maurice. Good pick. Thank you. Well, congrats, Swag Cannon. Now with the 185th pick of the draft, Insane Cat Posse selects TAQ. T-A-Q.
I know the Bob wants to
Yes, and
announce
then
his
we're
pick
going to
with,
have the Bob 18 with his first round picked Random White Kid in here to announce the 186th pick of the draft, 21 Juke Street's last pick. Hey, the Bob 18 and Random White Kid,
Hey,
y'all
how's
are
it
on
going?
the air. Go ahead and announce.
All right. Well, with our last pick, I'd like to welcome back someone who's very near and dear to the 21 Juke Street family. We drafted him last, back in like season 4, and that is Brennan with his 3rd season in 21 Juke Street. So welcome back, buddy. Good to have you.
Congratulations, Brennan, legacy player.
He's gonna be a force to reckon with on our defensive team. So glad to have him back.
Thank you.
But I've had a couple people in chat asking me about ALTP captains, so I have a link here for the form, so I'm going to send that out to all of you. So
Yeah, and I highly encourage you guys, if you're on the fence, there's going to be a lot of support. It's not just developing players, we're going to develop the captains too. So you guys are going to get a lot of support from the team in charge and the other captains, and it's going to be a really great experience. So you guys should captain ALTP if you feel like it's something that interests you.
All right, well, thank you. Couple more picks in here. As was mentioned, the 187th pick was forfeited by Donkey Kong, as he already has 12 players. With the 188th pick of the draft, Soviet Ballers select Moon Ghost. With the 189th pick of the draft, J-Baby.
All right, that's me. With the 189th pick of the draft, Balladega Knights selects Yes.
Formerly known as Duchius.
Absolutely, back from Knights of Camelot. Definitely a very strong player. Can't believe he fell this far. He said he was only available on Wednesdays, but maybe some Tuesdays. But I think he's just such a strong player that, you know, even if he does, he's my last player. So I'm very surprised I got him here, but going to really bolster that B team.
All right, thank you, J-Baby. With the 190th pick of the draft, Soviet Ballers select Tannehill. I think that one's a steal, personally.
Oh my god, that's so late for Tannehill. I can't believe it. There's a lot of stuff I can't believe, but
I mean, the
that's one of
Dolphins
them.
aren't having a good season, but still, Tannehill's solid.
Dank meme, bro. Dank meme.
Dank. So dank.
do you know who's also had a season that's kind of gone downhill, and he'll appreciate this here? The Falcons started out real well. They're not doing so well anymore. Real disappointing. So Falcons, there's a Falcons been in the chat talking to me about how disappointed he is in not being drafted so far, and this is once again I'm gonna give this shout out to ALTP. It's NLTP isn't the end all be all. I mean, there's leagues above it and leagues below. It's just the middle. It's the middle ground for the National League, just to get some teams in, for those trying to move up and those trying to move on out. So don't forget ALTP. Make sure you sign up.
Form will be available right after the last pick, guys.
Absolutely. So we have, continuing on here, with the 191st pick is again forfeited because Block the Cap spot already has 12 players. The 192nd pick of the draft, the last pick of the 12th round, but not yet the last pick of the draft. Gate Registration selects Tennis Ball.
All right.
And then
Two Piece
all right.
has a couple of picks in a row here. This is due to his rapid moving up of the draft chart.
And trading 3 picks for 1 player, so he just gets to tack on a couple players at the end here.
Absolutely. So we're working on getting maybe 2P in here to announce his.
Well, he's preparing. He's preparing for the finals in the next half hour. I wouldn't try and bug him too much, but that's just me.
All right, we'll just go ahead and announce him then. With the 193rd pick of the draft, Insane Cat Posse selects Danny. With the 194th pick of the draft, Insane Cat Posse selects Dr. Juke. And finally, drum roll, please. With the 195th pick of the draft, Mr. Irrelevant, but don't worry, you're still relevant. Insane Cat Posse selects Linux Ball. So congratulations to all 3 of you, all of the drafted players. I know Danny. I'm super surprised, super shocked. He went like in the 13th round, so late, because he's super talented at carrying the flag.
Yeah, Danny went very late. And I'd say earlier I said that 2P might be able to tack on some good talent with those picks that he ended up having to tack on at the end, and I think he definitely did with Danny. We'll have to see how it plays out with the other 2. I'm not very familiar with them.
So
Season 6 NLTP draft.
So wrapping up, I believe we have time. Is that correct, Second Skin?
Right now, I'd just like to talk a little bit. This okay because there is a league for you to join. That's ALTP. Posted the link in the Twitch chat for all of you, and I'll post it a couple more times. So don't forget.
You spammed that.
I spammed it so hard and so good.
So I really appreciate the shout-outs, and honestly, it's kind of memeing at the moment, but ALTV is going to have a lot of features that other leagues don't. It's going to be a really fun time, and it's specifically dedicated to developing you so you can move up the ranks. So, you know, everybody with open arms, but the goal of it is we have a really great group of captains that's developing, and they're going to work with you, and by the time you know it, you're going to be a majors player. It's gonna be nuts. You're just gonna rise through the ranks.
So, the last couple of minutes, anybody want to talk about some of the people we think might have gotten snubbed, or no?
Well, you can't say snubbed without Nub. He's a high-class European, excelled in ELTP, but didn't quite get drafted in this round or this league. I definitely heard from him a little bit in the chat, but I know he put his availability as only Tuesday, so that might have been a deciding factor. But Nub will kill it in ALTP if he so chooses.
Yeah, if Nub's still in the chat, I think he's left by now.
Right.
He was really throwing up some salt there.
Rightfully so.
Another notable that didn't get picked is Ginseng. 3 Super Bowls under his belt, and he was not selected for NLTP this year.
Well, he did sign up as a rookie. So
that is true.
I don't know what the hell he was trying to do, but either way, I don't know. That's just weird. It's hard to explain.
Yeah. Maybe he was looking to drop and did a little bit too good of a job.
Going over to the western side, I think there's definitely still some talent over there. Jaguar actually played A team more than he did B team last season, but he'll be dropping down. Moneyball player Ultron. He was a rookie, but I thought he was pretty impressive in tryouts. kind of expected him to get drafted, but nothing there for him either.
The most obvious snub on my side for the West is Ill Phase.
I think maybe Ill Phase.
As a fantastic guy.
Yeah. I think maybe he dropped because
that's kind of fucked up.
People from the he was originally East Coast, and he's not really as well known in the West Coast.
Oh, Ill Phase is really fucking good. I can't believe he wasn't drafted.
Yeah, that's
surprise.
That's kind of the snub for me personally. I played with Ill Phase, and when he's on fire like his mixtapes, he can really lay down some caps and some tracks.
Yeah. Actually, going from my big board, I'd like to name another player, Starfucker.
I didn't even notice Starfucker didn't get drafted.
Starfucker wasn't drafted. Oh my, that's really fucked up.
Exactly.
Really.
And you know, he listed his highest ping to Radius, and so I felt bad if I would have drafted him, right? But me and him were
Spear captain should have drafted him in the first or second place. Like, that dude is legit.
Absolutely, he's in like every cycle. He makes it to Final Four. Like, he's a good drafter too. So
absolutely crazy. I didn't realize until he said that. Like, that's kind of fucked up.
Another veteran of Tag Pro. I'm pretty surprised Jules didn't get picked up anywhere. It's I know she has ping problems, but
I believe
she's been playing forever.
I believe Jules put a lot of effort into ALTP, and I think she because of that, there's been a lot of show up at the tryouts, and her lack at the tryouts might have kind of solidified her as being a playing captain there.
Jules could be really awesome in ALTP, like as a captain, and don't shit around there. But she's fucked me more times than almost anyone in soccer.
Hold on. What kind of? Never mind. I'm not going to say that.
She's really, really good. Even like Sphere and Origin and Central, obviously. Like, it was a little bit of a snub for Jules. I think she'll be really fucking awesome. An awesome force with Chelsea and ALTP. I think it'll be really good. I think it'll be good for Tag Pro, honestly.
Yeah, I've got one last snub that I'd like to say, and this is on the Eastern side. What about MasterCard 78? What the hell?
Yeah. Putting up a 9.95 Gasp in B team.
He's got better stats than me in B team, and I went the second round.
Yeah.
MasterCard is a strange player.
Looks like he's available every single day of the week, and according to his signups.
Yeah,
so.
no. I've been very involved with MasterCard actually in USC when I was in control of USC. He's just a very strange guy, and I can see why people would be hesitant to pick him up. And I think he would see that. Like, now that I say that, so I'm not hesitant to say that, I guess. Like, he's just a very strange guy. I'm surprised he didn't go to NLTP because I think he's actually a good player.
I think ALTP is going to be competitive, man. There's some really good talent there.
ALTP is going to be like NLTP was in Season 4. Like,
yeah, I mean, if you remember, if the old... I feel old. I'm old. But when I first started out on NLTP, I was 30 degrees. It was a really, really fun time. You know, you have people who are played longer than you, and you get like a little bit better as you play against them. And it was just that type of atmosphere. Just because NLTP has gotten so much more competitive, ALTP is going to kind of be what NLTP used to be, very much in feel. I think a lot of people would agree with that. Additionally, like NLTP, let's not forget the roster cap has a buffer for, you know, if you start to succeed really, you know, in ALTP, you got captains looking at you as a loan system. It's very much like the relationship between MLTP and NLTP, where you do good, you're the big honcho in ALTP, and you can jump up to NLTP and compete for minutes there. So it's very similar in that way. Yeah, there's a loan system. It's going to be a limited loan system because, again, we're going to encourage NLTP captains to call up ALTP players when they're ready to contribute to their team's competitiveness. So there's going to be a loan system because that's a good buffer just to make sure that nobody gets put on a team when they're not going to compete for minutes. But call-ups are going to be for, listen, we didn't know you yet. You're new, and we saw how you played in ALTP, and we're ready for you now in NLTP. So not only will ALTP, it won't just develop you. The captains will be involved. We have affiliates. It's just going to be a good relationship between NLTP and ALTP in terms of keeping players where they go. And if we talk about snubs, we can talk about, okay, if this player really kills it in ALTP and they seem really above it, then they'll go. They'll move up the leagues. And I think that's an important thing for people who didn't get drafted is there is such an opportunity for you to work on those little things in your game. You have captains who are coming up from minors and NLTP, and they're going to teach you those little things that are going to get you into the higher leagues. So, sign up. If you're feeling bad about it, take a moment, but come back and sign up for ALTP, and we'll get you on your way. That's all I have to
Yeah, especially with
that.
I would expect a bunch of minors call-ups too, and that's gonna leave teams at least a player or two short, and they'll be pulling people from ALTP left and right, I would assume. So.
And
Go get 'em.
if you have an idea, for like a stop motion thing, I totally got you guys. I can make little movies about you, so that's also a plus for ALTP.
All right, thank you so much, Chelsea, for coming in. For that, we're gonna wrap this up here for a little bit. I'll still be streaming. The finals coming up here in about under 15 minutes now. We have the title, the NLTP mini-season title match, the tussle for the tiny title, the Aristocrats versus the Insane Cat Posse. And if you'd like to stick around and check that out, appreciate it. I'll be having a couple members from each team to come and talk to us afterwards. And for the draft, I'd like to thank J Bebe, E Bamboozler, PK, and Tag Up Turn Up for helping me with this.
And Ferret. Don't forget Ferret.
And thank you, Ferret. He was a really large player. He had to run off though. So if you'd like a draft recap, there will be a link posted in the subreddit with the rosters. And thank you, JB. Also one in the Twitch chat. That should give you a nice summary of where you've went. If you didn't excuse me, if you didn't get drafted, once again we have ALTP. If you have any questions or if you have anything that you'd like me to do, feel free to ask. I'm always open for suggestions. But once again, I'd like to thank my co-commentators here this evening for doing a fantastic job.
Hey, thanks for having us, Second Skin.
It was always my pleasure.
I'm personally really excited for the tiny tussle. That's awesome.
So am I. Hey, speaking of the tiny tussle, do you mind if I hang out in the stream with you, Second Skin?
Bamboozler, I'd love to have you remain here. I'm gonna go off for just a couple seconds so I can rename the stream on my Twitch channel. So those of you, if you see it go offline, it's just so that I can upload them separately to YouTube so that you can rewatch them at your own pleasure.
Yeah, congrats everybody. Night.
Congrats to everyone that was drafted. If you weren't drafted, then you are on the precipice of being drafted to that fucking level. Like,
if you didn't get drafted, just come to E's Salt Party. He'll be having it next week.
Oh yeah, like I'm the Soul Master, so that's absolutely true.
All right.
But
thanks everybody.
That was really fucking fun. And Chelsea is in charge of LTP, and that LTP is your opportunity to leapfrog up into NLTP into like where you're playing one
Jump,
1v1
jump.
levels. But
Jump as high as you can go, guys. Sky's the limit with ALTP.
Like, my aim is to play major leagues. I'm not there yet. ALTP is like the start of that, and like playing competitively where you can like talk to people and you can say what the fuck you want is the start of that, and that's where you start. And major leagues is like the aim for most people, and you're on, it's fine. But ALTP is where you start, and it's fucking gonna be really fucking awesome. And Chelsea is gonna lead this like better than anyone else could.
Oh, you're sweet.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm sweet, but like just remember that Chelsea, you're representing Chelsea Football Club, and they're 1 point from the relegation zone right now, Chelsea.
Yeah, you know what? Just like Chelsea FC, ALTP is just gonna help people climb from the depths.
If Chelsea's
gonna win the league this season.
If Chelsea Tag Pro was half as bad as Chelsea FC in the Premier League, like, go fucking help Tag Pro. That would be. But Newcastle is ahead of you, by the way. Just what I'm saying.
I'm a little bit worried about Leicester. Not gonna lie.
I'm taking time out of my day